So students, today lecture is significant figures, and what is the role of significant figures uh, in our day-to-day life and in our research activities. So significant figures, rarely they are applicable in a day-to-day life, but mostly they are used for research purposes, for experiment, for instrumentations, and to get the precise value. So already in our earlier lectures, we discussed about accurate value and precise value. So when we are observing anything and when we are doing any experiment, so our target is to get the true value. So if we are getting the true value, so it means it is accurate value, or vice versa. We can say the accurate value that is close to the true value. So sometimes it is necessary to have the true value of the experiment. So at that time we need accuracy. Our focus is on the accuracy. But sometimes our focus is on the precision, especially when we are dealing with the instrument. So all the instrumentation industries preparing your lab instrument. So their target is to get the precision of the instrument. Precision of the instrument means their target is related to make an instrument which can measure or which can detect the smallest to smallest value of the observation or of the experiment. Means up to very small decimal values. If our instrument is getting that, then it is said to be more precise. Or if we are getting more decimal point after the more number of digits after the decimal, then the instrument or the measuring tool that is said to be more precise. More precise means more and more significant figures after the decimal, more and more digits after the decimal. That is the meaning of precision. So for tools, for measuring tools, for the operators, we focus on the precisions rather than on the accuracy. So significant figures, how we will define the significant figure? A significant figure is defined as the figure which is considered reasonably trustworthy in numbers. So it is a trustworthy number. Suppose let me take the value of pi. If we use our calculator and find the value of pi, then it will show up to 10 digits. But we need not these 10 digits. Our work can be done by the 3 digits, and these 3 digits they are called 3 figures. Or so 3.14 normally in our mathematics, the value of pi we are taking, it is 3.14. The actual value is up to 10 digits or more than that, but in our calculations we are using only these 3 digits, 1 digit before the decimal and 2 digit after the decimal. So the total number of digits that shows the significant figures. So here we have 3 significant figures. We can take this value also, 3.1416. Actually it is 1415. So because this is 5, if you take this is 5, then this number is 9, and it is greater than 5. So this value is increased by 1. The number after 5, if it is greater than 5, then this number will increase by 1. So now it is replaced by 6. I repeat it again, because the number after 5, it is more than 5. So this 5 will be increased by 1. So now it is 6. So we are using 3.146, and total significant figures and the total digits, they are 5. The significant figure indicate the extent to which the reading are reliable. So this also gives the information about the reliability of the digits. So this 3.14 is enough reliable. This 3.1416, it is also enough reliable. So if we do any mathematical treatment or any experimental treatment, then we can use these value in a free hand. Now, what are the rules for significant figures? So we will discuss one by one all the rules. So let me take this example. We have 18452 and it has 5 digits and we can count them 5 significant digits. You take these numbers 1845.2 or 184.52. So all have the same number of significant digits in 5. So what I mean to say here, in the first number, you see that there is no decimal, but it has 5 significant digits. But if we introduce a decimal anywhere in between the numbers, then it is not going to change the overall or the total number of significant figures. If we place any decimal anywhere in between any number, so it is not going to change the significant figures. The significant figure of this number are 5. After introducing the decimal, again they are 5. Next rule, all zeros occurring between two non-zero digits are significant without any regard to the location of decimal point, if any. It's a very, very important rule. So let us understand this with example. So first I take 106. 106. 6 is non-zero. This 8 is also non-zero. And 2 0 are sandwiched between the non-zero. So now these zeros, they are important. They become significant. Similarly, in between 1 and 6, 1 and 6, they are non-zero and 0 is sandwiched between 1 and 6. So 0 is also important here. 0 becomes significant. So total count is 6 significant digit. Now introduce a decimal point in between non-zero and 0. Introduce a decimal point in between a non-zero and a 0. Or introduce a decimal point like 1 point here 0 यहाँ पे लगा लेना, 0 यहाँ पे skip हो गई, 1.06. So also got 6 significant figures. So यहाँ पे कहीं पे भी 0 अगर included है और कहीं पे भी अगर हम decimal introduce करें, so that decimal also becomes significant. Means that is not going to change the total number of significant figures by introducing the decimal anywhere in between these numbers. Next rule, if the number is less than 1, also a very special case, very important case, many times it is used in research or in instrumentation. If the number is less than 1, all zeros to the right of the decimal point, but to the first non-zero digit are non-significant. So from the statement, it's become very difficult to understand the real meaning. So let me take the example. So in this example, you see that we have 0.000306. So these zeros in the left side, these 0 in the left side before the decimal and after the decimal, 0 in the left side before the decimal and 0 after the decimal, they are non-significant. They are non-significant. So here the total number will become, you can count, the total number will become significant, that will become 3. So 3 significant figure will be here. Next rule, All zeros to the right of a decimal point are significant, not followed by a non-zero digit. So again, our focus is on the experiment. So 30.00, it has 4 significant digits. 30.00. So these 00 after the decimal, before the decimal, they were not in our previous case, in our previous rule, before 0. So sorry, in the left side of the significant figures, the 0 were not significant, but here after the decimal, the 0 are significant. Means more and more 0 means more and more precise value we are getting. All 0 to the right of the last non-zero digit in a number having no decimal point are not significant. So again, we will focus on the example rather than on the statement, because from the statement it is very difficult to understand the real meaning. So you take 2030. Now 2030. So it has 3 significant figures. This 0 will not be counted. So again, this is a very special case. But if I put unit after this reading, after this value, 2030 meter, 2030 kilogram, 2030 second. So if unit comes, then this 0 will become significant. But if there is no unit after this numerical value, then we will take only 203 as a significant figure, the 0 that will not be counted as significant digit. So I repeat it again. If I take the unit, means this reading is in meter or in centimeter or in kilogram or in second or in millisecond, then it will have 4 significant digits. But if there is no unit, so this 0 that will be non-significant, and only we will have 3 significant figures. So let us try some questions. More the number of significant figures shows more. Basically, I told you in the beginning of the lecture, more significant figures gives more accuracy, or what they gives? They will give more accuracy. Okay. So more number of significant figures, they will give more accuracy. If a measured quantity has n significant figure, the reliable means the number of significant figures, that is also they are the reliable digit. All significant figures, they are reliable digits. So if the total n significant figures are there, then the total reliable digits, they will again be n. जितने significant figures होंगे उतने ही वो सारे reliable हैं, उसमें से किसी को भी skip नहीं कर सकते, वो सारे reliable हैं. On the next part, order of magnitude. Again, it's a very important part, order of magnitude. तो यहाँ पे हमारे पास कुछ वैल्यूज होंगी जो 10 की पावर में होंगी, 10 की पावर, और उनका मल्टीपल होगा 1.6, है ना, like charge on the electron, 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulomb, 1.6 into 10 raised to the power 19 coulomb. Mass of the electron, 9.1 into 10 to power minus 31 kilogram. So this 10 to power minus 31 kilogram, this is order of magnitude. And the charge on the electron, 10 to power minus 19 coulomb, it is order of magnitude of charge. So order of magnitude of charge, order of magnitude of mass. So we will deal with these type of terms. The order of magnitude of a physical quantity is the value of its magnitude rounded off to the nearest integral power of 10. So let us again understand this with the example. So we are first example we have, find the order of magnitude of 123 kilogram. So we can write 123 kilogram as 1.23 into 10 to power 2 kilogram. So now we will try to write it in terms of order of magnitude. So order of magnitude, that will be 10 raised to the power 2 kilogram. Because you see the number before this decimal, look at the number before the decimal. So if it is less than 5, then we will just eliminate the whole value, and finally we will just put this value. So because the number before the decimal is less than 5, so just eliminate this whole value, and finally we are left with 10 raised to the power 2 kilogram. Let us take another case. 6,527 kilograms. So this can be written as 6.527 into 10 raised to the power 3 kilogram. Look at the number before the decimal. Look at the number before the decimal. It is greater than 5. So now what we will do? Now neither I will eliminate this nor I can write it directly. So what I will do, इस case में हम क्या काम करेंगे? So when the number before the decimal is greater than 5, then we will multiply this 10 raised to the power 3 with 10. Means we can write it 10 raised to the power 3 plus 1. So it will become 10 raised to the power 4 kilometers. So there is increment in 1. The power will increment by 1 if the number before the decimal is greater than 5. Here in the previous case, the number before the decimal was less than 5. So this remains unchanged, but this was eliminated. But in this case, the number before the decimal is greater than 5. So the power in the right hand side is incremented by 1. So it becomes 10 raised to the power 4 kilometer. So this is called order of magnitude, 10 raised to the power 4 kilometer or 10 raised to the power 2 kilogram. This is called order of magnitude. Now we have a question. State the order of magnitude of duration of a day. Order of magnitude of duration of a day. So duration of a day, it is 24 hours. And it can be written in seconds. So total seconds, we have 86,400 seconds in a day. Now it can be written as 8.6400 into 10 raised to the power 4 seconds. So total seconds in a day, 8.6400 into 10 raised to the power 4 seconds. So order of magnitude becomes 10 raised to the power 5. Very simple. Look at the digit, look at the number before the decimal. If it is greater than 5, then the power is increased by 1. So it becomes 10 raised to the power 5 second. So this is the order of magnitude order of magnitude of duration of a day. So please, all the students, they just get the snapshot or the screenshot of all the slides so that whenever it is required to have a restudy of the topic, then it becomes very easy. The other thing is that I am also going to record this whole lecture so they can get the link of that also in their WhatsApp group. Another question, give the order of magnitude of mass of the proton. Mass of the proton, the actual mass of the proton is 1.67 multiplied 10 raised to the power minus 27 kilogram. And we are asked to find out order of magnitude. So how we can do that? So look at the number, look at the digit before the decimal, it is less than 5. So eliminate this whole and this will remain unchanged. So the order of magnitude is 10 raised to the power minus 27 kilogram. There is no change. So our observation is on this number before the decimal. It is less than 5. So eliminate this 1.67 and this will be the final answer. Now the significant figure, they are very important for us. So again, we summarize the rules for significant figures. So 16, if we have a number 16, it will have 2 significant figure. It will have another number 4 significant figure. This number has 5 significant figures. And now a little bit complicated case. So 0 in between the non-zero, 0 in between the non-zero zero also becomes significant. Zeros, all the zeros in between non-zero, they are significant. They are significant. Very important term, very important. All zeros to the right of a decimal point and to the right of a non-zero digits are significant. So look at the table. The picture will be more clear. So 0.402 significant. So there are two digits after the decimal and both the digits are significant. So again, you see this zero in the left, but before the decimal, it is non-significant. It is insignificant. So here only the two significant. Now some terms which are in power and some multiples of fractional values, how they can be written. 40 significant figure 1, 4102. I told you that if there is no unit, 40 is not defined कि ये सेंटीमीटर है, ये कोई लेंथ है, ये कोई मास है, ये क्या चीज है, ये कोई डिफाइन नहीं है. बट अगर इसके पीछे लगा दिया जाए कि ये कोई यूनिट है, इसके पीछे कोई यूनिट है, अगर इसके पीछे यूनिट आ गया तो ये टू सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर हो जाएंगे. ऐसे इसके भी अगर बाद में यूनिट आ गया, मीन्स ये किलोग्राम में आ गया, ये भी किलोग्राम में आ गया, सो ये थ्री सिग्निफिकेंट हो जाएंगे. बट अगर कोई यूनिट नहीं है, सो ये जीरो नॉन सिग्निफिकेंट रहेगी, ये जीरो भी नॉन सिग्निफिकेंट रहेगी. अगेन यहाँ पे भी अगर कोई यूनिट आ जाता तो ये जीरो सिग्निफिकेंट हो जाती. बट अब क्योंकि कोई यूनिट नहीं है, सो कोई ये तो डिफाइन ही नहीं है कि ये नंबर एक्चुअल में है क्या चीज, ये किसी ऑब्जेक्ट का मास है, कोई लेंथ है कि टाइम है, क्या चीज है, ये डिफाइन नहीं है. सो ऐसे केस के अंदर ये जो बाद में जितने भी जीरो हैं ये नॉन सिग्निफिकेंट रहेंगे. सो ये ऑलरेडी हमने डिस्कस किया. ये लेफ्ट में जीरो बट डेसिमल से पहले, ये भी नॉन सिग्निफिकेंट है. सो यहाँ पे भी वन सिग्निफिकेंट है. ये भी अगर एक की बजाय दो जीरो आ जाए डेसिमल के बाद, तो सिर्फ हम ये नॉन जीरो नंबर को ही सिग्निफिकेंट काउंट करेंगे. बट अगर हमारे पास अब जीरो दो नॉन जीरो के बीच में आ गई, सो ये जीरो सिग्निफिकेंट हो जाएगी. सो थ्री सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर्स. डिटरमाइन द नंबर ऑफ सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर्स. Again 0.0578, and you can count four significant. 93.26 4 significant. 2.35 into 10 to power 19. I forget in my earlier slides to tell you that any power of 10 that is not counted in the significant figure. So only this part that will be counted in the significant figure. The power terms, they are not counted in the significant figures. So we have 2.353 significant figures. Here we have 5 significant figures. So again, I repeat it, if there is any negative power or any positive power, so that is not counted in the significant figures. So let us try some questions. The number of significant figure, so which is the right answer? 1. 1 is a 9 is the only single digit which is a significant figure. So let us try another question. The number of significant figure in 0.000 is, so answer is 3, because if the zeros are there but they are after the non-zero number, so they become significant. But अगर यहाँ पे ये डेसिमल नहीं होता और पीछे कोई यूनिट भी नहीं होता, तो यहाँ पे सिर्फ एक ही सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर होता. अगर ये 0.0 हटा दो, 0 पॉइंट हटा दो और सिर्फ 400 रखेंगे, तो 400 में सिर्फ एक ही सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर आएगा. बट अगर यहाँ पे कोई यूनिट मेंशन कर दें, तो फिर 3 सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर हो जाएंगे. बट फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन, बिकॉज zeros are after a non-zero number and they are after the decimal, so 3 significant figures. Significant figure depends upon the dash of the measuring instrument. They depends on the accuracy. More is the accuracy, more are the number of significant figures. So we will discuss rounding of numbers in our next lecture tomorrow, so the day after tomorrow on Monday. So that's all for today. And finally, let me take the attendance. Ayush,
Yes, sir.
Gayatri, I think you are first time in my lecture. Manoj Thapa,
Present, sir.
Payal Chauhan,
Yes, sir.
Shefali Dhiman,
Yes, sir.
मनोज थापा हो गया, सुहानी थापा, वंश बिजलवान. Okay, students, that's all for today.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
okay,
Bye, sir.
bye.